Meet our think tank. They've answered hundreds of general knowledge questions under exam conditions before the show. Their answers are in, but how helpful will they be to the three contestants? Playing the game are Alison, a passenger transport assistant from Hull, Kirsty, a psychology graduate from Manchester, and Mike, a drilling fluids engineer from Banffshire. This is Think Tank. Welcome to the show, and welcome as ever to our think tank. Now, what did our pack grow up hoping to be? Well, I can tell you, Len wanted to be a farmer, Ken imagined becoming a cowboy like his hero Roy Rogers, and Diane dreamed of working as a long-distance lorry driver. Yeah. Of course, had Think Tank been around at the time, their childhood ambition would be to be right where they are now, perhaps. All the members of the Think Tank share one aspiration, though, throughout the show, to help our three contestants. And here they are. Welcome. Alison, you're from Hull.
Yes, I am indeed.
What do you like to do in your spare time?
I like to grow things on our allotment.
What do you grow?
I've actually made 8 gallons of rhubarb wine.
Really? Did you bring some?
Not ready yet.
Oh, that's a good excuse. Len, you volunteer in a...
Yeah, I volunteer for stroke survivors and help out on a disabled garden allotment for them.
Have you managed any rhubarb wine?
No. I've tried drinking a bit of it, but never made it myself.
And Ken, you grow your own food sometimes, don't you?
I make my own, well, rhubarb jam I make, and sweet corn and things like that, which we exchange with the neighbours and things.
Really? Very nice. OK. What are your strongest subjects going to be, Alison?
Food and drink and literature.
And what are you not so good at?
Geography.
Mark's a good geographer because he's been to most places in the world, haven't you?
A lot indeed, yes. I can definitely help out in the geography.
All right, so good luck with that. Kirsty, you just graduated recently, is that right?
Yes, I'm a psychology graduate from University of Central Lancashire.
So here you are on TV, but you make your own TV, don't you?
Yes, I've recently created my own YouTube account, so I do sort of video editing for that.
So what sort of things do you cover?
Anything from makeup to outfits, you know, outfit of the day.
We could use you here, actually, for the psychological analysis, and definitely make up a wardrobe, don't you think? OK. What are you going to be best at today, do you think?
Maths and language. I know quite a bit of Cantonese.
And what other languages do you speak?
Cantonese and Mandarin, a bit of German.
All right, Armanel can have a chat with you in German, can't you?
Ja. Also sprechen wir jetzt ein bisschen Deutsch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's as far as we'll go.
Yeah, willkommen. OK, nice to see you, Kirsty. Thank you. And Mike, a drilling fluids engineer, does that mean you get covered in a lot of mud?
If you're not doing your job properly, you could get covered in a lot of mud.
And where do you do that?
Currently based in Kuwait, so I'm supposed to be on a rotation of 28 days away, 28 days at home.
And what do you do when you are at home?
I'm a keen golfer, not very good at the minute, but I'm improving, so I've been playing golf throughout the north of Scotland, different open competitions.
I was given a handicap of 28, actually, when I played it in charity golf match, because that was roughly the number of balls that I lose on a round of golf. So, yeah, OK. Well, still, glad you enjoyed it. And welcome to all three of you. Nice to see you. Over 3 rounds, our contestants will try to tap into the think tank's knowledge to build up as much money as possible. Don't forget, the think tank have tried to answer all the questions to the best of their ability, whether right or wrong. The 2 highest scorers go through to the final. Ultimately, just one will walk away with a cash prize. So, let's play the first round. So I'm going to ask you a question, and then every member of the think tank will reveal the answer that they gave before the show. The correct answer is always in there somewhere, but also any number of mistakes there too. Pick out the right one, and £200 is added to your prize fund. 2 questions each. Alison, you're first. Here's a question we put to the think tank. What type of animal features on the crest of Tottenham Hotspur Football Club? Have a think about that while we see what the think tank thought, starting with Abby.
Dog.
Cockerel.
Cockerel.
Peacock.
Eagle.
Cockerel.
Cockerel. Dog.
So half of the think tank going with cockerel, but there are some other choices there for you as well. Do you follow football much, Alison?
No, not really, but my thoughts are that it is cockerel because of spares, and cockerels have a spare, so that's how I came to cockerel.
All right, let's see if you're on the right lines there. Cockerel it is. Well done. Good deduction. Well done, Alison. £200 is added to your prize fund for that correct answer. Kirsty, you've seen how it works. here's your first question. The letter L on a car registration plate means it comes from which country? Here's what the think tank made of that. Abby?
Germany.
Latvia.
Luxembourg.
Lithuania.
London.
Lithuania.
Portugal.
Latvia.
Well, a couple of interesting choices in there. What do you think, Kirsty?
Very wide range of answers, but I don't think it's Germany because I've been to Germany quite a lot and I would have known that, but I do think it might be Latvia.
Latvia is your choice?
Yeah.
OK. The letter L on a car registration plate means it comes from, you're saying Latvia. Let's see if you're right. Luxembourg, it was. Latvia is LV, Lithuania is LT. Germany begins with G, but it's actually Deutschland, so it's a D. And Diane, Portugal.
I think that could have been my 650th question.
Well, you did a good job answering all the questions, so we appreciate that. Thank you very much.
you.
OK. So, Kirsty, nothing for you there, but plenty of other chances coming up. And, Mike, let's see your first question. Which film won the Best Picture award at the 2016 Oscars? Let's see what the think tank made of that. Abby?
Star Wars.
Star Wars.
The Revenant.
Spotlight.
Spotlight.
12 Years a Slave.
Star Wars.
The Martian.
A fair number of films there to choose from, Mike.
Yeah, there is. I think 12 Years a Slave's a bit early for that, so I'm going to rule that one out straight away. The Revenant, I believe, was Leonardo DiCaprio won his long-awaited Oscar for, but I don't think it was Best Picture. I'm not 100% sure of the answer, but I'm going to take a punt at Star Wars.
Star Wars is your answer, the film which won Best Picture at the 2016 Oscars. Let's see if you're right on that one. It was Spotlight. Oh. Based on a true story. Well done, Mark and Peter, for getting it right. Peter, you go to the movies a lot, don't you?
Yeah, I've got a cinema pass, and when I get sent home from work early, I just sit in the cinema all day and just watch all the films maybe 3 or 4 times.
Gosh, so you remember what every last one's about?
No, it goes into one.
OK. Well done. And, Mike, nothing for you there, but still lots of time. OK. Alison, here's your second question. Including the wisdom teeth, how many teeth do most adult humans have? Let's see what the think tank could come up with there. Abby?
32.
32.
28.
32.
36.
36.
32.
24.
Well, quite a few numbers to choose from. What do you think?
I'm sure it's not 24. And I think Abby would know because she's a doctor. So I'm going with Abby, 32.
OK. Abby's a doctor, of course, not a dentist, but she may have some idea. Let's see if you're right. You say that, including wisdom teeth, most adults have 32 teeth. How many are there? Yes. 32, indeed. Well done. So, most adults do have 32 teeth made up of 8 incisors, 4 canines, 8 premolars and 12 molars. Of course, several others got it right, but not Jackie. Have you lost a few teeth along the way?
I thought I would find it difficult to chew. I knew there must have been a reason somewhere.
OK. All right. Well done, Alison. £200 more for you. And Kirsty, we'll come to you for your second question. The Bangles song Manic Monday was written by which singer? Here's what the think tank made of that. Abby?
Cyndi Lauper.
Elton John.
Craig David.
Prince.
Prince.
Lulu.
Paul McCartney.
Alison Moyet.
A very talented crew there, but which was the singer who wrote Manic Monday?
I mean, I am a music fan, but sadly, I've never heard of the Bangles. But I don't think it's Craig David, because I do listen to Craig David, and I don't think it's him. I'm going to have a wild guess with Prince.
Going with Prince?
Yeah.
As the singer who wrote Manic Monday, sung by the Bangles. Let's see if you're right. Prince it is. He wrote it not using his real name, but under the pseudonym Christopher. So, good guess, well done. £200 for you there, Kirsty. Mike, we come to you now. In which sport are you most likely to get the ball to reverse swing? Here's what the think tank thought about that one.
Rounders.
Table tennis.
Golf.
Cricket.
Tennis.
Tennis.
Cricket.
Golf.
So, any number of sports to choose from. Which one's right?
Being a keen golfer, I'm prone to the slice. I know there's a hook. I haven't heard of the reverse swing. I used to play cricket, and I would have been a medium-paced in-swinger. So, based on that, I'm going to go with cricket.
Cricket is your answer as the sport where you're most likely to get the ball to reverse swing. Let's see if that's correct. Cricket it is, well done. So, £200 for you, Mike. And at the end of the first round, let's take a look at how you're all doing. Kirsty and Mike are tied on £200. In the lead, though, is Alison with £400. That could all change in our next round. Every member of the think tank is holding 2 questions, which they answered correctly before the show. You're going to take it in turns to pick someone from the think tank whose knowledge you think you can match. For every correct answer, another £200 is added to your prize fund. Although they are not experts, you wouldn't believe it, they are interested in different subjects, so think carefully about who might be on your wavelength. Once a think tank has asked both of their questions, they can't be picked again, OK? Alison, you're going first. You've got any one of them to go with. Who would you like to choose?
I'd like to choose Jackie, please.
Thank you, Alison.
Well, we're both retired local government officers.
Oh, well.
Similar ages, so I think
Right,
we
we're
might
on
have
the
a bit
same
in
wavelength.
common.
I like travel, and I've travelled extensively. But I also like cuisine and different foods. But in Japanese cuisine, soba and udon are types of what?
I know this one. Noodles.
Noodles, is that right
Spot
answer?
on, noodles. Well done.
Well done. Well done, Alison. £200 for you. Kirsty, you're next. You can still choose anyone you like.
I'll go with Abby.
Our Dr. Abby.
Well, this is a medical question. In which organ of the human body is the thalamus found?
In which organ of the human body is the thalamus found?
That rings a bell. The first thing that comes to my head is, I don't know why, throat. I think I'll go with that.
Throat. Is that where the thalamus is?
It's in your brain. I'm sorry, love.
It's in the brain. There you
The
go.
brain.
So nothing for you there, I'm afraid, Kirsty. Mike, your choice next, and you still have all 8.
Based on previous questions, I'm going to go with Mark. He seems to be a bit of a sport enthusiast, which I like to.
Mark, our company director.
Yeah, I am a sport enthusiast, Mike, but unfortunately this one's about politics and it is a particularly tough one. It relates to the Scottish Parliament. The question is, which woman who presided over the first session of the Scottish Parliament was nicknamed Madam Ecosse?
Which woman who presided over the first session of the Scottish Parliament was nicknamed Madam Ecosse?
Politics is not my strong point. I would be struggling to even call it my weak point. The only name that comes to mind for me, unfortunately, is Nicola Sturgeon.
Nicola Sturgeon, was it her?
It's a good guess, but it was actually Winifred Ewing.
Winifred Ewing was the answer. OK, so nothing for you there, Mike. Sorry about that. We come back to Alison and your second question, and you can still choose anybody you like.
I think I'd still like to go with Jackie, please.
Hello, Alison. This is, again, a travel one, so you may be able to get this. Before I start this, I'm from Lancashire. This is in Italian. So you just bear with me. By what name are Rome's Scalinata Dritinta di Monte steps known as in English?
Shall I help you with that one?
I think you better have.
All right. By what name are Rome's Scalinata di Trinita dei Monti steps better known in English? Alison.
I feel as if I should know this, and whether it's a Yorkshire accent or a Lancashire accent, I don't, I'm afraid.
Do you want to have a guess?
Sistine Steps.
OK. The Sistine Steps, what is the answer, in fact?
You'll know it when I say it's Spanish steps.
Oh, I was going to say Spanish Steps.
Ah, you should have gone with that. So called because they were built next to the Bourbon Spanish Embassy in Rome. OK, so nothing for you there, Alison. Kirsty, we come to you, and you can have anybody apart from Jackie.
Might go with Peter. Hopefully there's something Chinese related.
It's a TV question, so I hope you watch a lot of TV. So good luck with this one. John Barrowman plays Captain Jack Harkness in which Doctor Who spin-off?
John Barrowman played Captain Jack Harkness in which Doctor Who spin-off?
I have only watched ever the first episode of Doctor Who, so I do not know.
Anything popping up for you?
I don't even know any names.
You going to pass?
Yeah.
OK, sadly, she's going to pass. What was the answer, Peter?
I'm afraid it was Torchwood.
Torchwood. Does that ring any bells for you?
No, not at all.
Sorry about that. So nothing for Kirsty there. Mike, we come on to your second question, and 7 of the 8, just not Jackie.
I think I'm going to go with Ken this time.
Ken.
Well, I'm not sure if you're old enough for this question. Here we go. Which Elvis Presley hit starts, well, since my baby left me, well, I found a new place to dwell?
Which Elvis Presley hit single starts, well, since my baby left me, I've found a new place to dwell.
Going on the words there, I found a new place to dwell. I think it might possibly be Jailhouse Rock.
Jailhouse Rock is what you're going for?
Yeah.
Has he got the right place?
Sadly, the wrong place. He stayed at Heartbreak Hotel.
It's down the end of Lonely Street. Heartbreak Hotel, isn't it? OK. So sorry about that, Mike. Nothing for you there. So, Alison, we come back to you again, and you can still choose anybody you like, but you can't have Jackie this time.
I'd like to choose Len, please.
Len, our retired engineer.
Well, I think because of the gardening link, I think you're going to like this one. Floribunda and hybrid tea are varieties of which common garden flower?
Floribunda and hybrid tea are varieties of which common garden flower?
I do know this one, and I think it's Rose.
OK, is it Rose the right answer?
Spot on.
Well done. Well done, Alison. £200 for you. So, Kirsty, here's your question number 3. Who would you like to choose?
Even though I got the last question wrong, I think I'm going to go back with Abby.
OK. I think you'll get this. Now, I could sit and eat this all day. I really could. For what does the letter P stand in PB&J, a sandwich popular in North America?
What does the P stand for on PB&J, a sandwich popular in North America?
I believe PB&J stands for... The first thing that comes to mind is peanut butter and jelly.
So the P stands for?
So I believe it's peanuts.
Peanut, your answer? Is that right?
Well done. Correct.
£200 to you, Kirsty. Well done. Mike, we come to you again, and this time you can't use Abby or Jackie.
I'm going to go with Armanel.
Armanel.
Hello. Well, this is basically a question for an older person. Even I was only 1 year old when this happened, but I listened to Radio 4, and it's a Radio 4 question as well. Which character from The Archers was killed off in a fire in 1955, the same night ITV was launched?
Which character from The Archers was killed off in a fire in 1955, the same night that ITV was launched? Of course, you weren't around in 1955, Mike.
No, neither was my mother. Oh, Radio 4, even now, isn't a station that I would listen to. It's going to be a complete stab in the dark. First name, Jesse.
You're saying Jesse was killed off in a fire in 1955. Is that the right answer?
No, unfortunately not. I mean, the surname is Archer, but the first name is Grace Archer.
Grace Archer. And it was suggested that the BBC planned this deliberately to sabotage the launch of ITV and draw an audience away. Anyway, so nothing for you there, I'm afraid, Mike. That brings us to the end of the round, so shall we have a look at how your prize funds have changed? Mike is on £200. Kirsty has £400. In the lead, though, is Alison with £800. So, you have picked 3 questions each, but none of you chose to hear from Diane. We don't want her to feel left out because she's got some good knowledge. So, shall we hear one of her questions that she correctly answered earlier?
Right, so this question is related to my work. I did 39 years working in human resources, strategy, policy, etc., and have a master's degree in law and employment relations. So my question was, which form given by employers when you stop working for them shows how much tax you have paid on your salary in the tax year?
So just for fun, which form given by employers when you stop working for them shows how much tax you've paid on your salary in the tax year? You might know this one at home. Any thoughts?
There's two that come to mind, and they both begin with P, so is it the P45?
It is the P45.
Well done.
And the P60 is the one that you get each year to tell you how much tax you've paid in case you need to fill in a tax return.
And if you've got any further concerns, obviously Diane is the
Absolutely.
person to help you out. Well done.
Consultancy rates.
OK, thanks very much.
you.
OK, let's get back down to business then. So one of you must shortly leave the game, but there's still one last chance to take the lead. All of you are going to be asked the same question. Two members of the think tank will then tell you the answer that they gave before the show and their reasons for giving it. Only one of them will have the right answer. So if you side with the correct person, you will add an all-important £200 to your prize fund. Just 5 questions remain before we do have to say goodbye to one of you, so choose your answers carefully, OK? Here's the first question. In 2015, which European country had the highest number of blue flag beaches? We're going to hear answers from Mark and Jackie. Mark.
Well, on this question, I went for Greece because I'm pretty confident that Greece has got the most amount of coastline in Europe. It's very dependent on its tourist industry as well, so I'm pretty confident that it's Greece.
Jackie.
I went for Spain. I did think about Greece, I have to be honest with you, because there's some beautiful beaches in Greece. But when you think about the coastline of Spain, and it also takes in, I presume, the Canary Islands and other islands that are Spanish as well, and the amount of holidaymakers that go there, I went for Spain. That's my reasoning for it.
OK, so Mark said Greece, Jackie says Spain. Who do you think's right? Lock in your answers. And let's see what you came up with. All 3 of you say it's Greece. Are you in the right place on that one? It's Spain. Spain had 578 blue flag beaches and Greece had 395. OK, so no one gets £200 on that question, and we move on to our next one. According to a 2014 poll by YouGov, of the 12 main regional accents in the British Isles, which accent was least liked by Brits? Ken and Diane are going to answer this one. Ken.
Well, I thought hard about this one. I've travelled extensively around the British Isles. There's a group of people in London who talk the most peculiar language. They talk in rhyming slang. They keep calling you mate, mucker, and that sort of thing. So I thought Cockneys.
Cockney. OK, Diane.
I don't think it's Cockneys because I think people actually associate the Cockney slang with Britain, and you have your Cockney kings and queens. So I said it was actually Brummies because they're just about at the bottom of the Black Country who have their own dialect, as it were, and their accent's kind of very up and down, and so it's the Brummies, believe me.
All right. Ken says Cockneys. Diane says Brummies. What do you think, contestants? Please lock in your answers. All 3 of you have gone with Brummie. OK, are you right?
Yeah.
Brummie it is. Diane, where are you from?
I'm from Coventry, and I've missed it by 20 miles, believe me.
On the list, though, Liverpudlian, Mancunian and Cockney didn't do too well either. OK. So, there we are. OK, £200 to each of you then, and here is your next question. How many litres of fluids does the European Food Safety Authority recommend that men should drink every day? Len and Mark. Len.
Well, fluids, I don't know if that's a drink. I hope it includes beer, but no, it doesn't, does it? No, it's 2.5 litres a day. And I read in a newspaper a while ago that some doctor had done an analysis of how much vapour you breathe out, how much you sweat, how much you pass water, and he came up with a figure of 2.5 litres per day.
OK, Mark?
I went for 4 purely because I think it's always more than what you think it is.
4 litres?
4 litres of water, yeah.
All right, Len says 2.5 litres. Mark says 4 litres. What do you think, contestants? Let's see what you've come up with here. You've all said 2.5 litres, gone with Len. Are you and he right? 2.5 it is. Well done. £200 to each of you. And we move on to our fourth question for this round. Which country is the world's largest producer of apples? Peter and Armanel are going to have a crack at this one. Peter.
I went for China because they seem to mass produce everything and they got a lot of mouths to feed. So I chose China.
Armanel?
I went for a rather smaller country, which is New Zealand, because New Zealand has got a climate not dissimilar to ours, and we grow good apples, and also New Zealand is very much an agricultural country, and so I assumed that they would also have lots of apple orchards. New Zealand was what I thought.
OK, Peter says China. Armanel says it's New Zealand. What do you think? Lock in your answers, please. What have you come up with? All three of you say it's New Zealand, but are you right? It's China.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
I was too persuasive.
So China produces approximately 38 million tons, metric tons of apples every year.
Well done.
The USA comes second with about 4 million. And New Zealand produces only about 500,000, so quite a big difference. So nothing for any of you there. Here's our final question then in this round. In 2013, fans of the board game Monopoly voted to replace the iron token with one depicting which animal? Abby and Len are going to have a go at this one. Abby?
So my cousins and I, every Christmas, we have a Monopoly off, and for the whole year then it's whoever has won has full say-so. So we get round at Christmas and we play Monopoly. Now, the dog is always the one that I choose because I love dogs. And I think it's the cat because I think there's lots of cat lovers in the UK. So I think that the iron was replaced by the cat.
Len?
It's a long answer, but I'd say a mouse.
Could be chasing mine, love.
Keep it short. No, I think it's because it's a new, an updated version. I was also thinking mouse as in computer, but obviously it's the little mouse they're thinking as well.
Oh, the mouse with a tail.
Mouse with a tail.
All right. OK, Abby says it's a cat. Len says it's a mouse. What do you think, contestants? Lock in your answers. What did you choose? Alison's gone with mouse. Kirsty and Mike say it's a cat. Who's right? Cat it is. The most popular playing piece was the Scotty dog. Your favourite, got 29% of the vote. OK, does it help you win?
Yes, I've won a couple of times now.
OK. So, £200 for Mike and Kirsty. And that brings us to the end of the main game. So let's take a look at your totals. In the lead is Alison with £1,200, followed by Kirsty with £1,000. And trailing behind with £800 is Mike. So sadly, we have to say goodbye to you, Mike. Thanks very much for playing. Hope you've enjoyed it.
Yeah, it's been a great time. Thank you.
Thanks very much, Mike. Well done, Alison and Kirsty. You two will now compete to take home the money you've earned in our final. Alison, had any thoughts about what you might do if you win?
Yes, I have. I have a daughter in Australia, so I would like to perhaps hire a villa in Koh Samui with other members of the
Where's
family.
that?
Koh Samui is Thailand.
Thailand. Good. OK. Kirsty?
I'll definitely travel around the world. That's one of my to-do list, and take my parents for a nice meal.
OK. You have family in Hong Kong, do you?
Yes, most of them. I've only got my mum and dad here in the UK.
OK, so you might see them as well.
Yeah, definitely.
Good. All right. Well, look, good luck. OK. Our final is a general knowledge battle. I'm going to ask you 5 questions each. Whoever gives the most correct answers takes home the money they've built up so far. You're not on your own, though. The think tank is still on hand to help you out if they can. You can pick someone to consult with before you answer the questions. Each member of the tank, though, can only be picked once. The difference in the final, compared to the rest of the show, is that they haven't seen any of these questions before either. OK, let's get to the final. Alison, you built up the most money in the main game, so we're going to start with you. Here is your first question. Which is the only US state to feature a Union Jack on its official flag? Who do you think could help you with that?
I think Mark would be able to help me with that.
Oh. Mark?
It's a tough one. Anything first off that you can think of, Alison?
I don't know why. I was thinking of Hawaii.
Yeah. I thought a little bit about some of the New England states, or some of the oldest of the first 13 original states. I think I'm leaning towards Hawaii. Not 100% convinced, but I think if you're thinking that way as well, Hawaii might be the one.
I think I would like to go with Hawaii.
Hawaii. OK. The only US state to feature a Union Jack on its official flag, you're saying it's Hawaii. Let's see if you're right. Hawaii is correct. The UK was very involved with Hawaii in the 18th and 19th centuries, so good knowledge there. OK. Kirsty, here's your first question. What is the correct term for a fully grown adult male badger or guinea pig? Who would you like to help you with that?
I would say Diane.
Diane.
Hello. Right, Kirsty, I will try my best for you. A badger. Oh, have you got any ideas?
I mean, I do love animals, but
Yeah.
not when it comes to guinea pigs.
OK, so let's do a bit of word association, because obviously you have stags and boars. It could be a boar, but, you know, because that's around a pig.
I literally have no idea, so... And it does make sense to go for boar, so I'll go with Diane's answer.
Say boar. OK. You're saying the correct term for a fully grown adult male badger or guinea pig is boar. Are you right? You are. Boar it is. Very good deduction, Diane.
Yeah,
Well done.
thank you.
Well done. OK.
Well done.
1-1. Alison, your second question coming up. Sir Francis Drake made his famous circumnavigation of the globe during the reign of which English monarch? 6 of the 8 to choose. Who'd you like to go with?
I think Arminel would know this.
Arminel, our chemistry teacher.
I hope. I do have an idea, but first of all, do you have an idea?
I think it's the collar on
Yes.
Queen Elizabeth I that
I
I think is associated with Sir Francis Drake.
Absolutely, I think it's Elizabeth I as well.
Elizabeth I is your answer?
Yes, I think so.
OK, Sir Francis Drake made his famous circumnavigation of the globe during the reign of Elizabeth I is your answer. Let's see if you're right. Elizabeth I it is. Well done. In the Golden Hind, he sailed.
Oh, yeah,
Didn't he? Yeah.
in London.
OK, 2-1 to Alison. Kirsty, here comes your second question. Which Oscar-winning actress played Imperator Furiosa in the 2015 film Mad Max Fury Road? You still have 5 of the think tank to pick from.
I would say Peter because he says he's got good knowledge on films.
Peter, our pizza waiter.
I'm afraid I don't know her name, sadly, but I know she was an amputee.
Thing is, I have watched this film, but I'm really bad at remembering names. So, I can just picture her in my head. But I can't.
Sometimes I think something blue.
Yeah, I can't think of it. I'll just say Chelsea.
Chelsea.
Chelsea Wilson.
Chelsea Wilson. All right. Which Oscar-winning actress played Imperator Furiosa in the 2015 film Mad Max Fury Road? Your answer is Chelsea Wilson. Let's have a look and see if you're right. Charlize Theron. You were not far off. Chelsea Wilson, Charlize Theron. Tom Hardy played Mad Max, but Peter, she wasn't an amputee.
She wasn't?
No.
What?
Not if you're-
She's in the film, but she's not an amputee in real life. OK, so Kirsty, you didn't get that one right. It means, Alison, you have a 2-1 lead at the moment. Here's your third question. There are only 2 mammals that hatch their young from eggs, the echidna and which other? Half of the think tank is still at your disposal. Who'd you like to pick?
It's Ken, please.
Ken.
I think it's from the... I think it's somewhere from Australia or something. It doesn't spring to mind immediately. Have you got any thoughts on it?
I think it's the duck-billed platypus.
That's exactly what I was thinking of. I just couldn't think of the name. From Australia.
That's your answer?
It's the duck-billed platypus.
All right, so there are only 2 mammals that hatch their young from eggs, the echidna, and the other one you're saying is the duck-billed platypus. Let's have a look. Platypus is correct. And Ken, you're right, it is native to Australia. OK, 3-1 to Alison. Kirsty, though, you've still got time to catch up. Here is your third question. The footballer Zlatan Ibrahimovic left which French football club in May 2016? A sport question you can ask Abby, Len or Jackie.
I'll go with Len.
Len?
Uh-oh, we're in trouble, yeah. Saint-Germain, I think, is a French team that comes to mind. That's about the only one. Can you think of anything, other French clubs?
Don't
Lyon
know
is another
any
one.
French clubs now, but even though my boyfriend constantly talks to me about football.
Paris Saint-Germain, I think, is one of the bigger clubs there, so that's about as best I can come up with.
I'm going to just have to go with your answer then, the Saint-Germain.
Paris Saint-Germain, I think that's how it's spread.
So your answer is?
Paris Saint-Germain.
All right, Paris Saint-Germain is your answer for the French club that Zlatan Ibrahimovic left in May 2016. Have you got the right one? You have, it's Paris Saint-Germain. Well done.
Well done, Len.
He scored 113 goals in just 122 matches for them as well. So well done, Len. Very good. It's 3-2 to Alison. Here's your fourth question. Auntie is a 2016 album by which singer? Just Abby or Jackie to help you here?
No offence, Jackie. If I don't know it, I don't think you will. And Abby's
No
a bit
offence
younger. So I'm hoping that Abby might know.
2016. I don't actually think I know this. Only because I was recently downloading some of her older songs and some of her newer songs. I remember seeing the cover. I think it's possibly Rihanna. So I would go with Rihanna, I think.
I'll just go with you, Abby, because I really haven't.
Good luck.
So your
Big
answer
fingers
is?
crossed.
Rihanna.
Okay, you're saying Auntie is a 2016 album by Rihanna. Are you right? Rihanna is correct.
Work.
So it is 4-2 to you, Alison. Kirsty, here's your next one. You have to have this one right in order to stay in today's game. Grandpa's Great Escape is a 2015 children's book by which author? Just Jackie to help you now.
Obviously go with Jackie.
Sorry. My children and even my grandchildren now are kind of the age with such children's books. Do you know the book? Have you heard of it?
I've never heard of it. Don't really read books nowadays.
No. I'm just trying to think of children's authors, and I mean, David Walliams has done quite a bit of writing, but I haven't got a clue whether it's him or not.
The only one that I know is Jacqueline Wilson.
I was thinking of that as well. If my children were that age, or even the grandchildren, you're more in the loop, aren't you? You know about what. I'm glad to be out the loop, I can tell you. I wonder whether Jacqueline Wilson, I don't know whether I'm right or not, writes for a bit older children. So Grandpa's Great Escape would appear to be for a younger child. That's all I can give you, I'm afraid.
Yeah, I think Jacqueline Wilson writes for about, like, teenagers.
More coming teen. And that's why I keep going back to David Walliams, but I think that's only a default answer because that's the only other writer that I know that's sort of current.
Has to be your answer in the end, of course.
Yeah, yeah, I'm going to go with the same, David Walliams.
You're saying David Walliams is the author of the book for children, Grandpa's Great Escape. Are you on the right lines there?
Yeah.
You are indeed, David Walliams. He sold more than 12 million books, you know, David Walliams.
Yeah.
OK. So good work there by Jackie. OK, this is the fifth question then. The score is 4-3 to you, Alison. No think tankers left to help you out, so you're on your own from here. Alison, if you get this one right, you will be today's winner. OK? Let's have a look. Old Faithful is a famous geyser in which US national park?
Right, Old Faithful is the song we sing at Hull FC Rugby League matches. I'm going to sing it in my head to see if I can get the answer. I'll go with Yellowstone.
You sung yourself all the way through and you've come up with Yellowstone. OK. So, you're saying Old Faithful is a famous geyser in the Yellowstone National Park in the United States. If you are right, you will be today's winner and taking home at least £1,200. Let's see if you are on the money with this one. Yellowstone it is. Congratulations, Alison. You are today's winner. Well done. What were the words that were going through your mind then of the song? How does the song go?
All faithful will roam the range together, all faithful in any kind of weather, when the roundup days are over and the boulevards white with clover, you old faithful pal of mine.
Yellowstone's not in there.
No, I know, but that's what's...
OK, well done. Sorry, Kirsty, well played, but you're not taking anything home, but I hope you've enjoyed being with us.
Yep, lovely.
Well done. Thank you very much. Alison, as our winner, you're definitely taking home your prize of £1,200, but you will have the chance to add an extra £1,000 to your winnings. First, though, shall we take a moment to congratulate the think tanker who gave the most correct answers on today's show? And it was... two of them, Diane and Mark. Well done. Well done. OK. Alison, you have one last chance, then, to boost your prize money as you face our question, Impossible. So, Alison, this is the hardest question of the whole show because no one in the think tank managed to answer it correctly. If you can achieve what none of them could and give us a correct answer, an extra £1,000 will be yours, OK?
Thank you.
Let's take a look, then, at your question, Impossible. Which website was originally called Jerry and David's Guide to the World Wide Web? Before you answer, we'll give you a little bit of help. We'll take a look at the wrong answers that the think tank gave earlier, and this will rule some things out. So what did they come up with? Ask Jeeves, Google, that's several times, Wikipedia, and Google again at the end. So really 3 things you can knock out there. What are you thinking? Tell us how you're going through your...
I'm trying to go through sort of search engines that I've used and looked at, and nothing's coming up. Worcester.
Worcester?
Worcester.
Worcester. That's your answer? OK. Which website was originally called Jerry and David's Guide to the World Wide Web? You're saying it's Worcester. This for an extra £1,000 would take your prize fund to £2,200. Are you right? It's Yahoo. Yahoo.
Yahoo.com.
Wow.
So I'm sorry, that wasn't it. You didn't conquer the question.
No,
Impossible.
I didn't.
You're still leaving there with £1,200.
Thank you.
That'll get you on a bit of a journey, won't it?
Well, I think it'd pay for the hire of a villa, wouldn't it, possibly?
Yes. And you're going to meet your daughter out there?
Yes.
OK, well, hope you have a great time doing that. Thank you very much for
Thank
being
you.
with us. Thanks for watching. Do join us next time when 3 more contestants will see whether they can bank on the think tank. Until then, it's goodbye from them.
Bye.
And it's goodbye from me. Bye-bye.